Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you how to send forgotten password and username to a registered email ID in ASP.NET using C#. And here we got the final output. I'm clicking forgot password. Now before enter the email ID, let's open my Gmail account. gmail.com. Sign in. charan3k@gmail.com. Next. Now I want to send the forgot password to this email ID. Switch back again. I'm entering the email charan3k@gmail.com. Get your password. And here we got a message, your password has been sent to charan3k@gmail.com. Let's quickly switch over to my inbox. I'm refreshing. See, here we got your password. I'm opening that one, charan3k@gmail.com, and your password is abcdfgh1. Suppose when I enter wrong password like charan123, which is not exist in my database, get your password. Got a message, this email ID is not exist in our database. In my previous video I have showed how to log in and log out functionality using sessions. Now in this video I will implement the forgotten password functionality. Now I want to add the forgotten password beside the login button. First we'll create the designing part. And this is the code we have just seen on the browser. What I'm doing is, in this table, the last TR have the button control and one little message. I want to add the href tag beside this button control. href forget password. Now I want to add this td inside the new TR. Now my aim is when a user click the forget password link, it will pop up a small window. Let's create that. In the href, on click window dot open method. Now in this window dot open method, I'm adding the first parameter is my forget password web form page. Forget password dot aspx, and the name is fp. Now here I'm adding some attributes. I want to remove the menu of the browser and the size, height and width. Width 500, height 50. Now we have set the height and width of the pop-up window. Now I want to display the new page exactly center of the browser. So top is equals to 300, left 500. I don't want to allow the full screen, is equals to no, and the resizable is equals to 0, semicolon. Now here in the href I am adding simply the hash. Now we'll create a new page, forget password. Copy this one, go to Solution Explorer, right click the project folder, add new item. I'm choosing web form. I'm deleting the web form one, which is the default one. I'm adding the forgot password.aspx page. Add. Now here we got our newly created forgot password.aspx page with some default HTML5 code. Now I'm adding the center tag between this div tag, center. Enter your register email ID. I'm adding here one text box control. Go to toolbox. In the general, the text box control, and I'm changing this ID of the text box to text email break. Now I'm adding one button control, toolbox, button control, break, and I'm adding one label control to display the error message. I'm changing the ID of the button is but password, and the label ID is label message. I'm deleting this text and I'm changing the button text to get your password. That's it, we have done the designing part in this forgot password. Let's switch back to login.aspx page. We'll check the output on the browser. This on-click functionality is working or not. Google Chrome. And here we got our new output. We got here forgot password. Before, we don't have the forgot password. Now this one. Now when I click the forgot password, see, the window is open with the email ID text box control and one button control. Here one extra tag is there. Okay, it's not a big issue, we'll delete that. Let's quickly switch over to the ASP.NET. We'll write the coding part. And stop debugging. Go to forgot password.aspx page, and here first we'll delete this tag. Go to design mode. Double click the button click. And here we got the button click event. Now in this forgot password coding part, first I will import the namespaces. Using system.data, using system.data.sql client, using system.configuration, using system.drawing. Now I'm adding two more namespaces for to sending the email. Using system.net, using system.net.mail. After adding the necessary namespaces, in the button click event, string main con is equals to configuration manager dot connection strings. Between double quotes, I'm adding my connection string name. Go to Solution Explorer, web.config file, open that one. And here in the connection string, add name, which is my connection. I'm copying that one and I'm pasting here. In my previous video, I have showed how to add the connection string in the web.config file. If you have missed it, at the end of this video, you'll get the link of that, how to log in and log out using sessions. Dot connection string, SQL connection, SQL con is equals to new SQL connection, which takes a parameter of this main con. String SQL query is equals to, between double quotes, I'm adding the select statement to check the entered user email ID is existing or not. Before that, let's check my database table and the column names. I just logged into Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. I'm expanding the databases. The sample DB is my user database. I'm expanding that one, as well as the tables. For this video tutorial, I'm using user reg table. Let's browse this table. Right click that, select top 1000 rows. And here we got the results of the table dbo.userreg. I'm using the column names email and the user password. Let's get back to the ASP.NET coding part. We'll finish the rest of the code. Select email from the table name is, let's copy this one, paste here, where email is equals to @email. SQL command, SQL com is equals to new SQL command, which takes two parameters. One is the SQL query and the second one is the SQL connection object. This one, SQL con. SQL com dot parameters dot add with the value. Between double quotes, I am adding @email. The object is a text box control ID, which is a text email dot text. SQL connection dot open method. SQL data reader SDR is equals to SQL command dot execute reader method. If SDR dot read method, if the email ID is correct, string username is equals to SDR. The first column name is the email. Copy that one. Dot toString method. Copy this. Password, the variable name is, and I'm adding the second column in the table is a user password. Now I want to send this username and password to the user register email ID. So here I'm writing the mail message class is equals to new mail message, which takes the first parameter is the sender email ID, which is a charantrike@gmail.com, comma, and the mail address 2 is the text box control, text email dot text, dot subject is equals to your password, dot body is equals to string dot format method hello. I'm adding h1. I'm closing h1 tag. Between these h1 tags, I'm adding the, between these curly braces, I'm adding the arrow 0, which is the email ID. Is your email ID, break, your password is, I'm adding h1, I'm closing h1, between curly braces I am adding 1, which is the user password, the column name is, comma, username, the variable names, these ones, password, mm.isBodyHTML is equals to true, SMTP client, SMTP is equals to new SMTP client. The SMTP client is the Gmail ID. The smtp.host, the host smtp.gmail.com, smtp.enableSSL is equals to true. Now we are creating the network credentials class. Network credential nc is equals to new network credential nc dot the username is equals to this one, charantrika@gmail.com, nc dot password is equals to, just for the security reasons I am giving the wrong password, this one only, abcdfgh1, abcdfgh1, smtp.useDefaultCredentials is equals to true, smtp.credentials is equals to nc. Now we are adding the port number of the Gmail. smtp.port number is equals to, port number is the integer value which is 587 for the Gmail ID, for the Gmail. smtp dot the send method, we are sending the mail with object, which is a mail message object, and I want to display the message if the mail is sent successfully. Label mess dot text is equals to your password has been sent to, plus I'm adding the text email to text, and I want to display this message in a green color. Lab message dot for color is equals to color dot green, else if the email ID is not existing in our database, I want to display the message. Lab message dot text is equals to text email dot text plus this email ID is not exist in our database, and I want to display in a green color. Instead of green, I'm adding red. Let's close again one more. That's it, we have done the coding part. Now it's testing time. Login.aspx page, Google Chrome. And here we got the final output. I'm clicking forgot password. Now before enter the email ID, let's open my Gmail account, gmail.com. Sign in. charantrika@gmail.com. Next. Now I want to send the forgot password to this email ID. Switch back again. I'm entering the email charan3k@gmail.com. Get your password, and here we got a message, your password has been sent to charan3k@gmail.com. Let's quickly switch over to my inbox. I'm refreshing. See, here we got your password. I'm opening that one, charan3k@gmail.com, and your password is abcdfgh1. Suppose when I enter wrong password like charan123, which is not exist in my database, get your password, got a message, this email ID is not exist in our database. That's it. If you like this video, please leave your valuable comment, share this video, and please subscribe my channel. Catch you on my upcoming videos.